Welcome everybody to our first big rivalry game of the season. The Green Bay Packers coming into our home. First matchup, like I said, of the season, and it's always a big one. And of course, there's a couple not too good things for us, and that has to do with injuries. On offense, we are still missing Dalvin Cook. He should be back next week, but he will definitely be missed in this game, as we get pretty good block there from Ham, but not able to get away with Nwangwu. But the Packers are not that good of a run-stopping team. Actually, they're about the 25th in the league right now. Try to just dump this off here, and they're able to get the pass break up there, and Nwangwu was not able to corral that one. And the other big injury problem for us is that Eric Kendricks is still out. We're going to try to find Thielen, but that pass goes out of bounds, and Saunders will start his day 0-2, so we'll be punting away here on 4th and 7. No need to try to go for anything and end up costing our defense good field position to the Packers. And the Packers are a much different team than they used to be. Obviously, I've said it many times during this season, but Aaron Rodgers has retired, so Jordan Love is the starting quarterback. And look who the backup is. Kirk Cousins now backing up Love. So it'll be interesting if maybe Love goes down injured and Kirk Cousins comes in. It'd be fun to kind of beat up on him. Unfortunately, in real life, I record these probably about 2 weeks ahead of when they actually get posted. So news just broke that we extended him. You guys know on this channel I'm not a big Cousins fan, but I understand why. There's not a good quarterback in this upcoming draft. It was just a one-year extension, so hopefully the next quarterback class will bring something good, and hopefully we could go after someone then. But yeah, Kirk Cousins Kirk Cousins now in this universe on the Packers. In the receiving core, their number one target, kind of tied at number one, but is Allen Lazard, and then rookie Logan Boyle. So again, not the same receiving core that you're really used to seeing here with the Packers. At tight end, they have Harrison Bryant and another rookie in Mitchell Dobson here. So again, missing some of their bigger name guys, but one that is still there is David Bakhtiari. So they have a pretty good offensive front. The left side definitely stronger than the right. And of course, we have our young players too. Alex Brooks is getting the start in this game with Eric Kendricks being injured. He's a bit of a all-around linebacker, and they get the ball there to Lazard. We're not able to lay a big enough hit to knock it out, so that'll be a gain of 16 on the Packers' first play of the game. Currently, right now, it does have Eric Wilson coming in the nickel formation, so we'll eventually change that to be Brooks, kind of to see how it plays. But another big play there, that's to the rookie receiver in Boyle. And so far in this game, all passing for the Packers here. So I was trying to take a look at the field, see where to cover, and man, I'm telling you what, they're getting some fantastic levels plays on us. We cover the underneath, and they hit us just over the top of the linebackers. That's Lazard with another 11 yards. Now they're down to the 6 and driving. Seems like a game that we're definitely going to need our safeties to come up big. And that's one of the positions that we're kind of unsure about, as they just steamroll us with their fullback right down the middle. That's going to be the first point scored in this game. Saunders and the offense takes the field, now down 7-zip. We do have pretty nice field position here, as we got a good return from Nwangwu. He did take a nice hit, but we're going to let him catch his breath. Cordell Patterson gets 6 on the first down carry. And Patterson played pretty well for us since bringing him back, especially due to all the injuries. We're just going to flip the side of the field we have him on, send him on a wheel route there. We're going to try to squeak that in, and of course, I tell you what, Saunders cannot get away from interceptions. That ball tipped around, Campbell ends up with it. And of course, Campbell gets the big stat there, but really their other linebacker came up big on that play. He really had tremendous coverage. I thought that Thielen would have easily broke by past him, but flips his hit, switches over, gets the tip, and then Campbell gets the ball, and now the Packers back with it at the 36. Only a 2-yard rush, though, on that first down carry. I'm going to try to bring a little bit of some blitzes in this game. Try to see if we can get in the face here of Love, as he doesn't have a whole lot of experience, as we do get there just a little late, but you see there that it does cause inaccuracy. And we will need all we can get in this game, especially with it being such a big rivalry game. We are 2 games up currently on the Packers, so even if for some reason we do lose here today, we still have that 1-game advantage. Ward almost gets another pick, but just not able to hold on to it. And they've already have a new player wearing Aaron Rodgers' number. That's a kicker who's gonna just miss. That barely goes wide right. Good news for us. But yeah, they have a backup quarterback. So Cousins is wearing 4, and then their kicker is wearing 12. So their past 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks are now a holder and a kicker wearing their numbers. And hopefully this go around our offense can do something productive here. First drive was 3 and out, second drive interception. On this third drive we start with a loss of 1, Kiki in the backfield. And one of my biggest complaints that I have about Kirk Cousins is that he's not really a leader on the field. He has great stats, don't get me wrong, I understand that. But I feel like in a way, Saunders is similar but opposite. His stats aren't that great. You could say maybe he's a bit more of a leader, obviously, in this universe. Kind of hard to not throw interceptions, I guess. And breaks the tackle. And Packers going to start off with the ball again. That's Hayward on the interception. We had Flanagan wide open, but threw it too far to the outside. If he throws it a little bit closer to the 30, then could have been an easy catch, but just kept going, and it's another pick. So far this game starting off very similarly to the Kansas game, where it was 2-3 turnovers back-to-back. Luckily, our defense playing a bit better, and we got lucky on that missed kick, but looks like one of the fullbacks or maybe tight ends for Green Bay ends up getting a little injured on that play. And he ends up walking back to the locker room very gingerly, something to do with a possible lower leg, some sort of leg injury. It appeared. Could be a hip. You never know. But Brooks tackle in the backfield. We'll take that. And that brings up a 3rd and 4 from the 47. We're going to run some man coverage here. Try to have at least one guy on every receiver. Try to at least knock the pass away. No, sack. Graves again. He won the game for us last week. He's back again with another big sack, especially with all these turnovers. That's definitely going to keep him out of field goal range. And then punt coming up, and hopefully the offense will do something. And following a hold on the punt return, we're starting at the 12. So we're going to bring in Freeman here, run some power offense right down the middle, and he gets about 10 yards. Yeah, they're going to give him the first down. He fell forward. Great second effort on his part. But if I'm being honest with you right now, Saunders is starting to teeter a little bit on my trust meter, I guess you could call it, with him. He's only a second-year quarterback, but he has really been struggling this season. Just inaccuracies, throwing a lot of interceptions. Seems to be always almost injured or pretty close to it, fumbling there. Luckily out of bounds, bring up a 3rd and 6. And on this 3rd and 6 play, we're going to bring in Kellen Mond. I want to have the option to pass if I need to, but really I want to look to see if we could utilize his speed, get outside, slide down, get the first down. Kind of a bit of a wildcat kind of situation is what we're trying to use him as. But if we keep having struggles with Saunders, might see some more throwing packages for him. Really not trying to create any sort of quarterback controversy. Don't want to affect Saunders' confidence any more than his throwing ability does. So we get a couple here from Patterson. But yeah, so second season with Saunders. I'm going to give him another year after this season. See if he can improve a little bit as we get a nice catch across the middle there from Jefferson. Going to give us a first down and get us on the other side of the 50. Yeah, I definitely want to give him another season to try to see if he can make any improvements. And then at that point, if we're not seeing it during that year, we could definitely consider bringing in another quarterback, as this one again too far to the outside. Ends up getting picked off 21. There is a flag on the play. Hopefully this is in our favor. And it most certainly is not in our favor. You know, Saunders, I keep wanting to give him some chances, but sometimes he is making it a bit difficult for me. Now, I understand some people might say, oh, that's just your throwing. I will say on that last throw, I told him to throw it to Flanagan, which he kind of did, but I told him to throw it vertically. He keeps throwing it more horizontally, and that's where the interceptions end up coming from, because he's throwing it basically right at these corners. And that's mostly what the issue we're having with Saunders, is that his accuracy has just kind of gotten a bit loose this year. Obviously, it wasn't great in the first year, as they get a big play down the seam, and Dantzler could not run straight nor dive at the guy, and they are in again. Going to put them up 14-zip in a game that our offense hasn't done anything. And we are going to start off here with Mond back out there. Going to run a RPO here. Just going to hand that ball off in Wongwu down the middle. Going to get about a gain of 5, maybe 6. And we're just going to test out a little bit of this Vikings version of a Wildcat here, where we want to run it, but if we have an open guy like Chark right there, might as well pass it, see if this ends up working out for us, give us a little bit of life here on offense. As the Packers come out here in the double A gap, if we could get the blocking here, it could be a big run from Nwangwu. Just not able to get past. Was that Kiki again? Kiki's been a tremendous player up front for the Packers in this game. Flag does come down, and Justin Jefferson is getting called for holding. And we called this play, I don't remember if it was last week or the week before, we brought in the undrafted rookie receiver in Spence and ran the jet sweep with his speed. Going to try that again here. Just not able to get the block on Hayward. He gets the tackle after we get maybe about 2 yards, so at least we gained something on that play. Bring back our normal receivers here. Try to just roll out, see if we could find something. Try to get away from Kiki, and we kind of do get a gain of a few more yards, but he ends up tracking us down once again as we head into the 2-minute warning. And with a 3rd and 12, what a better time to bring out our 4 receiver set. This is Osborne's play here. But we are going to go to the outside. Chark has the speed, and Saunders doesn't have the arm. If he threw that a yard further, that's a touchdown. But instead, Jair Alexander with a pick, and once again, nothing for our offense. However, last game we did get the big play from our rookie right down the middle. He's almost able to break through the blocks, but not able to get there in time. They do only get a gain of 4, which only brings them to the 4. Let's see if we could get lucky again and maybe get our first points on the board in this game with a safety. We'll take 2 over nothing, that's for sure. As they go again right down the middle. Alex not able to get the tackle in the end zone, but does get them down to basically on the goal line. Nice tackle for a loss for one of our other rookies. And I think they got a pretty generous spot here, but we're going to bring out our goal line. Hopefully able to hit home here. As they go right down the middle. Hilton there, Joyner also there, and they fall forward out of the end zone. Nice job there by Aaron Jones. That'll save the 2 points, but maybe we could get a bit of a rush here on the punt. Let's see if we could get home here with Joyner off the edge. Only maybe 10 yards. Nothing there. Good blocking up front for the Packers, but we should have pretty good field position. We get one guy spun out. We'll start at the 44. Not bad. Just kidding. End of the first half. We're going to go into halftime. Nothing much for us. As the players head into the locker room here, take a look at what the stats are. We're doing good in rush defense. Passing, hit or miss, but our offense has just been poor everywhere. Taking a look at another big game in the NFC North, the Bears beat the Lions 28-14. Bears 6-5 on the season, Lions just 2-9. Take a trip a little bit south from there. We got the Colts and the Titans. Fairly close game, 10-zip, about 30 seconds left before their halftime. And back up north, we have the Jets and the Bills. A close game, a tied game, 7-7, 25 seconds left before half. And despite how awful our offense has played, our defense has played honestly fairly well for how good a field position the Packers consistently have had in this game due to turnovers. Only 14-zip. We have the ability to come back in this game, but we're going to need to see the offense turn it around, and honestly the defense might need to win it for us. To start the second half, the Packers come out with 2 receivers to the left, another 2 to the right, and they get the catch. I was hoping the ball would pop out there, but Fuller not able to knock that one out. And Love is honestly playing a pretty good game, just not taking a whole lot of chances, just hitting the open guys. I mean, that's really all you have to do. Wish Saunders would take a note from him as we get a big hit there from Smith. Still a gain of about 4. 2nd and 6. They have 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. We're going to slide the D-line to the kind of the strong side here. And again, just finding the gaps. Love playing very well. Honestly, that's probably what happens when you sit behind Rodgers for a few years. You learn a lot. And of course, the Vikings have had many games in the past where a not-so-good quarterback has just dominated them. I think of again, another good play there from Brooks. He didn't do very well in the coverage last play, but makes up for it there. But yeah, I think a bit about the Cooper Rush game with the Cowboys in this last IRL season for the Vikings, where he just destroyed us. And another good pass there from Love out to Aaron Jones on the outside. They're down to the 17 and driving. And so far in this game, haven't got much rush from any of our outside pass rushers. The only sack we've had is from Graves in the middle. Get Danielle Hunter in, but no hit. Luckily, Dantzler makes the play for us there, gets the swat on that pass. We're going to change up here. Not going to bring the double A-gap blitz. We'll stay in the double A-gap look. Go for a cover 3, and they make a good play call. And they go right down the middle for a gain of 8 on that second down run. We're going to try to see if we could do some man coverage and just not able to keep up with Lazard. He's in for the 3rd touchdown for the Packers, putting them up 21-zip, and this game is looking very slim. We're going to need a big play on this next drive for our offense to get back in this. And once again, Mond now taking the field, and this time it's for good. It's not just in a package. He will probably play the remainder of this game. And we just need to utilize his speed here. To see he's able to get around Kiki, who's given us trouble, get the first down, and a little bit more. And while Saunders can run the ball a bit, he's not as fast as Mond, but his stamina has just been awful this season. He takes about 1 hit, and he's in the yellow, maybe even in the red. I mean, it's been a struggle for him. The stamina has not been great, so we're hoping that Mond can come in here and kind of provide a little bit of that for us. And he threads the needle between 2 guys, finds Jefferson for a big chunk. We're now down to the 36. Now, of course, no quarterback in Madden is going to be a tremendous runner. I mean, even look at Jamar Jackson. Like, he can run very well, but fumbles and stamina/injuries always pops up for any quarterback, no matter how good they are at running in Madden. They just don't have that ability like they do in NCAA. But we're going to take a big sack. Rashard Gary in the backfield, loss of a lot, going to bring up a 3rd and 17. And on 3rd and 17, we are going to try to switch Patterson over to that other side. Ran this play a bit earlier in the game. Have Chark run the slant to try to get everyone away from where Flanagan's going. Doesn't quite work there. We're able to get the pass out before the hit, but doesn't really matter. Still a 4th and 17. And since Saunders does have the better arm. We're going to bring him in here on this 4th and long play. Typically, I wouldn't do this, but we're past midfield and we need some points. So we're going to take the shot here to the outside. We get the catch, but not good enough for a first down. A couple yards short. So far this game, just not much going in our favor. We're going to bring a bit of the A-gap blitz here. And again, we get in Love's face and we see the inaccuracy, but that's about the only time we see inaccuracy. So the goal, basically, the rest of this game is just to be in Love's face. Try to be as close to these receivers as we can, knock away passes, maybe get a few interceptions as we get a nice block shed there by Pierce, who earlier today was released by the Vikings, so definitely stayed longer here in our universe rather than in IRL. And I would love to bring the blitz here, but with 3 receivers to the left-hand side, a cornerback blitz is not going to work well for us. Harrison Smith getting the tackle after a dump-off? That will. Our first stop, I think, in quite a while. All right, offense, it's now or never. We need 3 touchdowns just to tie this game and get into an overtime. We have Thielen wide open. Speed not able to get away there from, is that Savage? It is Savage. And no, Savage is the one who's injured, not the one who got the tackle. Maybe having a number 2 safety come out may give us just what we need to get into the end zone, but unfortunately that would be the only possible way that we could do it. Jefferson holds on to it. Touchdown, Vikings. You never know if he's going to hold on to it in coverage. He has tremendous ratings, but in tight coverage, he's been dropping some this year, but this time coming up big. Our first touchdown on the game comes just before the end of the 3rd quarter. I mean, the time was 0 by the time that ball was caught, so only 2 touchdowns needed in the 4th. We could do it. Now we just need the defense to make a big play. A turnover would be fantastic. Whether it's an interception, fumble, something, we could use it. Nice saving tackle there, at least slowing him down by Smith. But like I said, we need to bring the pressure, stay in their face, to bring down Ward, just to try to help cover a little bit quicker. As we get another big hit there from Daniil. Unfortunately, no fumble on that one. Now with 3rd and 2, they got the bunch to the left, which works out well for us because we're going to bring the cornerback blitz from that side. Try to overload. Does not work. They get all the blocks and out of bounds with a first down. Now I'll take him getting out of bounds. That's perfectly fine with me. Going to save some time, but we really could have used that stop or a tackle here would be nice. A big hit there from Smith. Again, no fumble. On 2nd and 7, they come out with the 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. We're going to run a bit of cover 2 here as they go right down the middle again. Alex Brooks there again to make the stop, maybe a gain of 1. Refs are going to be a little bit generous there. Say a gain of 2, going to bring up a 3rd and 5. And we're going to set up to try to cover a pass here. I want to make sure we stay under the middle, but I think he got the toe tap. No, they say he doesn't. I definitely thought he got the toe tap, but I'm perfectly fine with a no. That is fine by me. We need this ball and we need a touchdown. We need 2, but we'll start with 1. So far in this game, Mond 1 touchdown, Saunders 0. I don't believe Mond has thrown an interception. Saunders have thrown 4, or maybe even 5. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. Going to run a bit of hurry-up offense. We don't have a lot of time, and we got a lot of work to do. Jefferson comes back, makes the play, and there's going to be a flag, definitely a face mask. He just got kind of tossed by the head. And that will give us a first down to the 34. Going to come out with our 3 receivers to the left. Play a bit of roll action there. We had guy bearing down on us, just dump it off, not able to gain anything there with Flanagan. So he actually gets back to the line of scrimmage, so not bad, maybe lost a couple inches or something. We're just going to toss this out, and there was some definite pass interference there from whoever 23 is. Can't think of who that is right now. Of course, yeah, J.R. Alexander slowed him down dramatically. and then he gets the pick. I don't know if they'll show it here. Yeah, you see where he throws here, and now he held Flanagan for about 5 yards and then jumps in front and gets the pick. That's just our day-to-day. Said if we're going to get back into this, we need a defensive touchdown basically right now. There's only 3.5 minutes left. We get off the edge and not able to get the sack, fumble, anything. They get a completion gain of 5 on that first down carry. Not too sure why they would even really be passing anymore in this game. Just drain the clock. But as they go for it, the read option there, very nice. Jordan gets the hit, going to bring up a 3rd and 1. And they will have to snap the ball here. We're going to send the blitz, try to not jump offside with Pierce. See if we could get there in the backfield. We do with Hunter. They stretch forward, going to depend on the spot. And we get the spot, 4th and inches as we head into the 2-minute warning. And we are now under 2 minutes left. We're going to need a miracle here, that's for sure. So let's see if we could find something. We just chuck that ball. Mond not able to find anybody. And with the limited time we have remaining, we're going to bring Saunders in just because he has a much stronger arm than Mond does. We're going to try to chuck it deep. And another interception. What's that, 6 on the day? Say this game is just about a wrap. Our offense not able to do anything. Jair Alexander has 3 interceptions on the day, 3 in the season, all of which with Saunders. And I guess that last one was Mond, so yeah. Offense just not able to do anything today. Defense played pretty well considering the fact they were on the field 90% of the time. Got some big hits, just haven't forced any turnovers, fumbles, interceptions. If we did, we might have been able to try to come back in this game, but the offense was dead today. And we aren't even going to call any timeouts. Just let this game wrap up. We don't want any more points scored against us. Just going to go right down the middle. Nice block shed from Alex Brooks. Blew up the fullback. Pierce gets the tackle. Bring up a 3rd and 5. Now, about 20 seconds left in this game. They will have to snap the ball one more time. And that's about it. That game is a wrap. We're going to lose 21-7 at home against our rivals, the Packers. Luckily, we do have that 2-game advantage prior to this game, but we can't really slip up anymore or else there goes our NFC North Championship. As the victors head into the locker room, not us, even though we're at home, you see, really just not a good game. The statistics are actually pretty close on both sides, but when you consider how little the Packers had to move the ball to score just because of all the turnovers, it shows. Fortunately, it's giving Mond the sad animation here, but that is completely on Saunders. Mond did fairly well considering he wasn't prepared much. And after that game, we're going to check out some of the players that we had as the focus scouting on in the last episode. And all of the scouting went into Thaddeus Meekins here. The other 2 that we had, we didn't find out anything. But we now know everything there is to know about Thaddeus Meekins. And what we see is that he's a pretty good zone press corner. If you try to tell him to play man, you shouldn't. He's not a man cover guy. He's not extremely smart either. Just C for awareness and play rec. Hit power is a B, so that is interesting. Tackle is C, which is not bad for a corner. But once again, pretty good athlete across the board, whether it comes to speed, agility, or strength. And he's 21 years old. He's only 5'9", 193 pounds, so a bit on the shorter side, but he is young, can develop a little bit more than someone who was 23, 24. And as we sim on over to the next week, week 13, another NFC North game. Taking a look down at the standings, we do still have that 2-game lead on the Packers, which just means that they haven't had their bye yet. So there's only that 1-game difference in the win column, but we do have that 2-game difference in the loss column. So although we hate losing to the Packers, we haven't completely lost our 2-game advantage yet. We will see them again in week 16. But in the meantime, we have to focus on the Lions as we will play them in the next two of the next 3 games. So next week will be against the Lions, then followed up by the Bengals and then Lions again. And as we see down here, returning from injury, Dalvin Cook is available to play again, which is much needed. We need to take the ball out of Saunders' hands. Not completely get away from the passing game, as we have some tremendous receivers that need to be utilized, but we need to avoid those interceptions so we can keep winning. We've only lost 2 games this season, but if you look at all the games, they've been extremely close. This whole season could easily be the exact opposite. We could be 2-9 on the season. We've just managed to get the wins at the end of the games, but we need to stop that. We need to make sure we're getting some solid wins and not be kind of nervous the whole time. So to stick around to see if we're able to do that, make sure you're hitting that subscription button below. Also hit that bell notification to be notified of when these go live. Or you can follow me on Twitter, BigBearB_gaming, where I always send out a tweet with a link to watch the video once they are live. They are published well in advance, but they go up for you to actually watch every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 12:30 Pacific time. So calculate that to your time zone if you need. But yeah, this is a 3-day series. It's posted 3 days of the week for this series. After this season, we might be switching that down to 2, because there is an idea that I've had for a while that I would love to do, and I'll start teasing that a little bit as this season comes to the end. So make sure you're sticking around to hear about that and hear about what the next season next experiment, I guess you could say, is going to be. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.